If you want to come fishing with me again, you have to learn to bait your own.
It's just that you do it so well.
Better yet, next time, you bring a spear. It's the only way to fish anyway.
I'm not counting, of course. But if someone were counting, the score would be 4 for my hand line and none for your spear.
Well, they're all right for you, but I'm thinking of something with a bit more size to it. Now I'll show you what fishing's all about.
Didn't he have enough size for you, Franz?
Well, they're not very good to eat anyway. Come on!
I've got another one.
Must you?
How do you get down off an elephant?
Will you stop plaguing me with these jokes?
Go on, guess.
I suppose you're going to tell me no matter what I say. Go ahead.
You don't get down off an elephant, you get down off a duck.
Do you want me to carry them home for you?
No, thank you. I can carry them.
All right, suit yourself.
What is it, Franz?
Shh. Give me the fish.
July 9, in the year of our Lord, 1801. In our time on this island, we faced many threats to our existence. Thus, there seemed nothing special in the fact that Franz and Marie had encountered a bear in the jungle this day, for we'd encountered many another jungle beast and dealt with them as circumstances directed. But this animal would prove to be a threat unlike any of the others.
He didn't carry them very far before he wolfed them down. Can you say wolf when you're talking about a bear?
Well, I think you can in the case of this fellow. He certainly did a job on those fish.
Did you pick up a trail?
No, the track disappears among the rocks. Well, I don't suppose he'll be bothering us anymore. And so we put the bear from our minds, and life returned to normal. Marie told her usual jokes, and as was often our custom after a hard day's work, we had a cookout near the beach. Also, as usual, Marie found something not so usual.
Look. What's a sea turtle doing here on the sand?
She's come ashore to lay her eggs.
I thought I would have scared her away with my lantern.
No, now's her time, and nothing's gonna stop her. There she goes.
Look! Look how many!
I think they lay a couple of hundred.
That's a lot of turtles.
Not really. Not many of them make it to the water. The birds get them. Then once in the sea, they got the fish to face.
The poor things.
But it has to be that way. Otherwise, there would be enough water in the ocean for all those turtles.
If you two aren't back here quickly, you'll have to settle for scraps.
We had a fine old time that night, and why not? It was a rare occasion we were not confronted with some difficulty here on New Switzerland, and it was well to take advantage of those occasions. Except all the while, we were taking our leisure. Unbeknownst to us, that bear was waiting to make another appearance in our lives.
Papa, all the hens!
Thank goodness we still have the chicks. I'll get the gun.
No. Too late. You still around here, Bruno will be after him.
Well, it's a lesson for us not to leave the place unattended. No more holidays for you, Bruno.
That's the strangest thing. A bear attacking us in broad daylight. That just doesn't make sense. Well, something's driven him down out of the mountains.
If he's as old as that, then he's going to be very unpredictable.
How can you be sure?
Well, you can't be sure, but when he's the age that he is, he's backed into a corner. And you know what an animal who's cornered is like.
No, he must be.
We can set certain traps. He's old, he's probably pretty wily. We've got to have the children very careful where they go and what
Why
they
did you
do.
tell him that?
You see, it's not a question of he will come here when we're not here. He can come here for us.
Oh, no,
Oh,
surely not.
indeed, yes.
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm sorry, Franz. Did we wake you? Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll talk more quietly.
It's not that. Something's wrong. Ever since you found those bear tracks this morning, you've been all wound up like a spring.
Johann, I think we'd better tell them.
All right, Franz, wake the others up. Well, there's something we have to discuss. Now, I don't want to sound like a Prussian colonel, but until further notice, no one's to leave the general area of the treehouse without either Ernest or myself, and we'll be carrying guns.
Because of that bear?
Well, unless I miss my guess, that's a very bad animal.
He's miles away from here by now.
Well, I hope so. We'll know soon enough.
Your father thinks that bear is very old.
Well, his track wavered as though he was very weak.
Fine. If I'm ever going to meet a bear in the jungle, I want to meet the weakest one.
Oh, he could still rip you in half.
Young or old, a bear's a bear. Why all the commotion?
Well, you see, a young bear, he'd avoid us. He'd keep away from all the noise and the confusion around the treehouse. He'd be off chasing down game. But an old rogue like this, no longer able to chase his natural prey, he could very well be starving and desperate, and that's a very dangerous animal indeed.
But I thought that bears only ate berries and honey.
Well, so they do, and fish. And everything from grubs in a rotten log to a horse or a human being.
So, not leaving the treehouse until further notice means until you kill him?
Yes, I'm afraid that's the case.
You sound almost sorry for him.
He loves his life every bit as much as you do yours. He'll defend it with every fiber of his being. Out in the jungle, he'd just die. But here he's found easy pickings, meaning the stock, meaning us.
You see, this is his last stand. We're the only things that he can kill anymore.
Well, it's not a very pleasant thought to send you back to bed on. But it was necessary that you know.
Anyway, Bruno's guarding the stock, and this gun is guarding the house. So, all's right with the world for the time being.
So off you go to bed and sleep tight.
Boys, come on, out of bed. Ernest, get your gun, hurry up.
What's the matter, Father? What's happened?
Something attacking the stock, come on.
Hey, is it the bear?
Shh, it's all right. Father's gone.
It's blood. He's carried off the goat. Bruno. Poor old boy. Oh. Let's get him up into the treehouse. Come on.
Well, the wound wasn't very deep, thank goodness. He was mostly in shock. What he needs now is some rest.
Are you all set, Franz?
While you're gone, I'll go down and mend the corral and see if I can find some of the animals that got scared off.
Where will you go to hunt him?
Well, his trail should be easy enough to pick up. We'll see where it leads. I suspect it won't be that far. Smuggler's Cave.
Not a half a mile from the treehouse. Made his home right in our laps.
Come on. there's our goat. And what's left of it.
What is it?
A tooth.
It must belong to the bear. I didn't know that bears lost their teeth.
Oh, yes. Just like men. All animals. They get old enough, they get past their time. I remember when I was a boy, we used to have a dog who was very old. He was, 20, I think. He couldn't see. Poor old boy could hardly walk. He'd lose his teeth like this, even just from gnawing on a dry crust.
What happened to him?
Oh. I woke one morning and my father told me he was gone. I never did find out whether he just died or my father put him away out of mercy. My father loved that dog just as much as I did.
Well, I wish that bear would find some other place to end his days.
Yes. So do I, son. So do I.
Poison?
Mm-hmm. Counting on that bear coming back to eat his kill. His carcass here. It's a miserable business, isn't it? It's a miserable end to the life of a noble animal, too. But I won't risk the next carcass being Marie's.
Shoot. Shoot. Go on. Go on. Shoot. Shoot.
Are you all right, son?
A little shaky.
He just keeps coming back and coming back.
Well, he won't elude me this time. Franz, here, help your brother.
What kept him up, I wondered? This old rogue bear whose track faltered with every step. Why didn't he die in peace and spare me the unhappy business of killing him in the defense of my family? So help me, if a bear can smile, that half-blind, toothless, flea-bitten old relic of a bear smiled at me.
Done?
He crawled under a bush to die. But at the end, instead of just drifting off into oblivion, his last breath was a scream of life. I think he was dead before my bullet touched him.
No thanks.
It'll ease the pain.
I'm fine, really.
Go on.
Look, when he was a baby, I used to taste his medicine, tell him how delicious it was so that he'd drink it. So, I give you that bear.
I'm glad it's over.
Make it sound like he was happy to die.
You don't understand, Ernest. In his youth, that bear was a titan. And then, as happens to all creatures, he grew old. And at the end, his every step ached, and hunger was his constant companion. Time had reduced that once proud animal to frightening fish out of the hands of a little girl and stealing a barnyard chicken. We all have our appointed time on this earth, and that bear had his, but at the end, he died as he had lived, with a roar, with every muscle poised, and with magnificence.
Oh, no, you don't. You've been certified fit as a fiddle.
I just remembered a joke. See, there was this French poodle, and he fell in a wine barrel.
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Anywhere, the cave, the corral, anywhere.
I'm with him.
I'm not finished. So, all the French poodle could say was Burp Hiccup. So then he met the Scotch Terrier and...
Scotch Terrier.
This is a good one, really. See, the Scotch Terrier said, "Say there, laddie, you look like you're about to leave nothing to Seems those animals have plenty to eat.
Yes, this is a lush island. I think most of the animals here have a fairly soft time of it.
But you said that old bear was shunned by others of its own kind, forced to die alone.
Well, that's to make way for new life forms. Somewhere in the mountains, his offspring live on. And their offspring will go on after them.
You know, there's a continuing cycle to life. Sometimes it seems harsh and difficult to understand, but there's a harmony to it all.
The incident of the rogue bear had a profound effect upon the children. The plight of the poor animal evoked a number of questions. What was the place of the old bear in the scheme of things? Why this? Why that? Why are we here on this earth at all? To what end? Elizabeth and I made it our business to attempt some answers. One thing, there was the lesson of the bear. If it was anything, it was to take life by the teeth and live it to the full, to be magnificent as that proud animal had been, right to the end.